Hey y'all, welcome to your 5-minute movement segment for today. I really love this idea of more movement throughout the day in bite-sized increments. The more we sit throughout the day, the more lethargic we get. Kind of the lower our mood can become. And so these little movement segments can really spark your brain, enhance your mood, and change your perspective. You don't have to go to the gym and commit to an hour to be active for the day. You can just do a little movement, and if by the end of the 5 minutes, if you're feeling really good, you can repeat it. You can repeat it 2 or 3 times, depending on how your body's feeling, but it's completely up to you. You're in charge of your movement. So I'm gonna give you 5 exercises. You can hold each for about a minute to make 5 minutes. And if you're looking for some creative ideas to make this more or less intense, just shoot me a message and I can help you out. So I'm gonna go over 5 exercises for your 5-minute movement today. So the first one is a squat lateral shift. And so you can be on a yoga mat today or on carpet or in your house. And basically you're going to have your feet parallel to each other. You're gonna bend your knees and sit your hips back. So right away you're engaging your quads, you're engaging your glutes, and you're engaging your core. So think about pulling your rib cage together and bracing your center. Your feet are really wide, they're wider than your shoulders, and you're gonna stay low and shift your weight side to side. So it's a wide squat, lateral shift, keeping your hips back and your chest lifted, breathing, moving slowly, really shifting the weight into one leg at a time, feeling your quad and your glutes and your hamstrings a little bit fire up. So that's exercise number 1. Next, we're gonna get some rotation. So twisting is really good for our organs and our spine. So you're gonna hinge from your hips, nice flat back. Bring your hands down. If you can't quite touch, I recommend grabbing maybe some books or a yoga block. Bring your hands down. You're gonna lift one hand up towards the sky, working on stacking your shoulders. As you do this more, you'll be able to get that full range of motion. And then just switch sides, just alternate side to side. If you're into yoga, maybe you want to pair this with your breath. So take a deep breath in, exhale to twist, inhale center, exhale, twist. For 1 minute. Third exercise, we're gonna come onto the ground for a walking bridge to really fire up your glutes. So, come all the way down onto your back. And if you're new to bridges, I definitely recommend just coming up into a bridge and holding it. So, you're trying to keep a lot of weight out of your head and your neck, a lot more weight in your shoulders. Your shoulders are down your back, and you're engaging your glutes and your hamstrings to lift your hips up. Straight line from your shoulders towards your knees if you have that range of motion. If you're like, yep, I got this, to add on, you're gonna press into your left foot and extend your right leg so your knees are even with one another. Come back home. Your hands can be down by your sides. Press into the right leg to extend your left foot. Come back home and just alternate into a walking bridge. When we sit, we turn off our glutes. So this is a really good exercise to start to activate your glutes. From there, we're gonna come into a hip lift, okay? The slower and more controlled you do this exercise, the better. So you're gonna lift your feet into the air. If your hamstrings are really tight, you're gonna feel this stretch right away. You can keep your knees bent to kind of take that stress off. Your hands are down by your sides, and you're going to brace your core as you exhale. Lift your hips up. So it's almost like you're trying to put a stamp on the ceiling or the sky and trying to pause at the top. So really engaging your core in this exercise. Your final exercise is a bicycle crunch. You're gonna bring your hands behind your head, your knees over top of your hips, extend one leg out long, opposite shoulder towards your knee. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. If you feel this in your lower back, you're going to bring your feet closer towards the ceiling to take some pressure off of your core and your back. Once you've done this exercise more, you're gonna bring your legs closer towards the floor to engage your core even more. So choose the option where you can maintain the best form and the best contraction. As soon as you start to feel it in a different part of your body, that's a really good cue to yourself. Ooh, this is not great for me. It's doing more harm than good. So really encouraging body awareness, moving slowly, moving with control, and getting the most out of your exercise in 5 minutes. Have fun, y'all.